Hello, subscribers and onlookers. Welcome back to my channel. I was in the middle of a reading for this course I'm in, and Spirit was like, download. And of course, I'm like feeling all passionate about what I'm doing, and I just follow, you know, what Spirit has for me to do. And um, I started to hear your body is like a computer. And this is like not speaking on the spiritual body, not speaking on the mental body, not speaking on the emotional body. I'm talking strictly the physical body is a computer. You may have heard this before, but I'm gonna break it down in the way that it was given to me. So, your body is this beautiful, complex computer that is so intelligent. It can work on its own. It doesn't even hardly ever need your help. When you give it what it needs, it doesn't really ask you for much. It doesn't ask you for anything. Just the bare necessities. Just what it needs to get along, to go along, right? I hope you're following. I haven't lost anyone. Cool. So when we give ourselves codes, aka foods, okay, codes are foods. When we give ourselves uh, the proper codes, our our processors within us know exactly what to do and how to delegate those codes in the body. So depending on what codes you're putting in, your body's gonna know how to process it, because you're putting in natural codes, right? Natural foods. Your body knows how to process those codes efficiently and effectively. It doesn't need you to tell it where to go or what to do. It goes through your portal or your port. You put the codes in. It goes down. Your body is like, okay, we're gonna move this here. Goes into the blood, giving you energy, goes to your gut, goes out, puts the nutrients in all the places, the cells, everything it needs to go. And then whatever is useful, whatever useful codes you have left over that isn't being readily used up, gets stored and tucked away in little files throughout your body until it's needed. In some cases, for emergency purposes. Say you're going through a detox, or you have a sickness or a disease, um, or a virus in the system, then your body will say, hey, we need this code that we tucked away here. And they're like, okay, let's get it going. Let's get this show on the road, right? So then the next thing your body does is, after it like neutralizes, and after it reads the codes and it knows what to do with it, and whatever is not used up and whatever is not stored away gets eliminated. It gets put into the what's it called, the recycling bin. And then we take our happy bone. I was gonna say bun bums, but bone, I don't know why. Anyway, we take our happy tails to the bathroom, and either we're hovering over it or we're sitting on it. Okay, either we're sitting on the throne or we're hovering over the throne. You feel me? And our body gets rid of whatever it doesn't need and is not useful or harmful to the system. Now, when we put unnatural codes in our bodies, like unnatural foods, uh, food additives that are chemically created in labs, or unnatural foods that have accumulation of toxins in it, overly processed foods and prepared foods, canned goods, you name it, sugars and all that. Um, Especially the artificial sugars. Those are unnatural codes. And some of those unnatural codes have viruses tucked away in them. They have toxins, they have bacteria, they have all these, uh, what do you call those? Malware. The reason why we have malware systems in our body is to fight off those viruses, right? So our body, it naturally has those processing systems to get rid of viruses. It doesn't need us to to necessarily put in anything extra into our bodies to process and eliminate those toxins or those viruses that are like slowing your body down, slowing your computer down, giving you glitches and all types of stuff. So whenever we encounter a virus or an unnatural code, then our body will what will it do? It'll send signals to the brain, and we can call that one of the main processing systems in our body. There's a signal that shoots from inflammation or pain in the body, like, ooh, there's an outbreak here of a virus or something, and there's a signal that tells your brain, hey, there's pain here, there's inflammation here, there's something irregular that's happening in this system, and we need your help. So the brain will alert you with pain. Sometimes it's swelling, sometimes it's fat, because whenever you put in those unnatural codes, and your body is pretty much how it was shown to me, is like going crazy, like, look at it. You literally, the systems in your body, when you put in unnatural foods or toxins like medicines that are chemically engineered and all that, your body doesn't know what to do with it. Oh my god, your body doesn't know what to do with it. Your body doesn't know what to do with it. So what it does is it tucks it away into your fat, all over your body, and it's like, ooh, let's see, we can't use this, and well, we're so backed up right now. We're so backlogged with all these unnatural things we've already taken in. I guess we should just go ahead and put it into that visceral area around the stomach. And matter of fact, we got a lot of room back here in the buttocks, right? So we can tuck away some of that stuff here and ooh, get in the thighs. So that's why a lot of people are like, depending on their body type, they will accumulate fat in certain areas because their body's like, well, we don't know what to do with this. We don't know what to do with this sugar honey iced tea, right? So it's just gonna tuck it away in your fat. It's gonna tuck it away in your joints. It's gonna tuck it away in your scalp and on your skin. It's not gonna know what to do with it. So it just goes haywire. You feel me? So then we get mad. This is what happens. We get mad or upset or confused or irritated, and we're like, what's going on? What's going on? What is this? Why do I feel like this? I'm so uh. It depends on the body. It depends on the person. Like, it might be the heart. Like, ooh, my heart was hurting today, or man, I woke up and I feel like I need to go back to sleep. I'm tired. I'm fatigued. I can't think. Oh, that's your body. That is your brain and your body. Your system is telling you, help me, please, help. We need your help. The body, like, when we get aggravated about this pain we've been dealing with or this inflammation we've been dealing with, we get upset with our bodies when really it's our body that's upset with us. How about that? Our body's like, look, girl, look, boy, look, or man, woman, child, whoever, person, human being, listen up. I need your attention. That's what your body processing systems is telling you. It's telling you help. It's not saying, look at you over there crippled in pain and debilitated. Look at you over there and all your dis-ease going on in your body. No, your body loves you. Your body loves you so much that it's willing to do anything to keep you alive. Anything. Your body has all the natural capabilities to keep you going. All you have to do, the only charge you have to do, is to give it the barest of necessities, the nutrients coming from carbs, from healthy fats, and, well, I should say healthy carbs, healthy fats, right? Natural carbs, natural fats, and proteins, right? And then you also need vitamins and minerals. If we don't give our bodies the basic nutrients that I just listed, it's never going to function at its best. So a lot of y'all, like Kevin Samuels, a lot of y'all bodies aren't even average at best. I'm just gonna keep it real. A lot of y'all walking around like literally the Walking Dead. Y'all walking around and don't even know that you could feel any better than what you're feeling now, because all you've ever experienced is the status quo. The only thing you've experienced is what's happening within the time that you were born. So think back to a time when you were a child. And some of you might be too young. If some of you are watching it and you were born after the 90s, if you're born in the mid to late 2000s, I would say, then, and even early 2000s, and some of us in the late 90s, a lot of y'all probably can't even relate, depending on where you live in the world, especially if you're here in the States, in the US of A. Then you probably have never seen a lot of old people around. That's because they have all died off from these unnatural causes that we call natural causes. There's nothing natural about dying due to degenerative diseases, or what people call age-related diseases. There is not natural. Don't let people lie to you. Don't let the books and the media and the government lie to you. Don't let them lie to you. It's a phenomenon, and it's been taking place for years. But if you go back, so ask around. There was a time when you would see more older people around, and there's a reason why you don't see as many old people around now, and there's a reason why there's so many sicknesses in the world today, especially in the U.S. When ask yourself the correlation. Modern healthcare and technology has advanced tremendously. People are dying rapidly. I'm not even just talking about the big P that we're in. PAN, you know what I'm trying to say. That part, I ain't even talking about that part, because people been dying left and right before. You know what I'm saying? So when we put those unnatural foods or codes in our bodies, and our bodies cannot compute, that it cannot compute it, then all it does is accumulate and accumulate and accumulate, and it does its best to push on and to beat on and to move on. But soon enough, you're going to get to a point where you can't function properly, and it becomes your norm. It becomes your norm. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna head on out. I'm gonna give a story, okay? And I know this might be a really intense video from what you've seen from me before, but when it's on my heart, it's on my heart, and I have to follow. If I don't follow my intuition, if I don't follow my feeling, my good feelings, then what is life? What am I doing here? So, without further ado, it was roughly 2015, 2016, and no later than 2017, when I first started to see how my body would function as a vegan, a whole food, plant-based vegan. That means no processed foods, no canned foods. I didn't eat processed sugars. I was juicing. I was taking in my leafy greens and fruits and nuts. Like anything that was a whole food and came from the ground, I was eating it, basically. Things I had never ever in my life wanted to put in my mouth. I mean, when I was a young girl, you couldn't get me to eat no pepper. You couldn't get me to eat no onion. You couldn't get me to drink no water. Not like I don't think I drank bottled water until I got to high school. I wasn't drinking water from the fountain. So when I was younger, we didn't have a lot of bottled waters, and if we did, I didn't see them. we was drinking from the faucet, and I didn't like that water. But anyway, so back 2017 or so, 2016, 2017, I tried it out. Within a week, I was not tired, but I never really felt like I was tired. But I had more energy. That's what it was. I had more energy than I ever had in my entire life. Mind you, I never had any dis-ease. I was born with underdeveloped lungs, and I had asthma. I developed it when I was in grade school. I'll never forget that day. That might be a story for later. But that was pretty much it. I think doctors have said I'm anemic, or that I have anemia, I'll say. But other than that, I was a quote unquote healthy individual. But when I switched my foods and I took out all the junk and I put in all the good foods, the good codes, I started to function better. And I wasn't so confused as I was uh, impressed. I'm like, oh, I literally had no clue that I could feel that good. I mean, I've always been an early riser for the most part. You know, I had some days that it was hard for me to get up, but most times I was able to get up and go to school and go to sleep and fine. But when I changed my way of eating, I started to get up early, and with all that energy I woke up with, I would go on a morning walk. Never did that before in my life. Never felt the urge or the desire to. But I had so much energy, I had to use it. And so, what did I do? Every morning, like clockwork, I got up. Next thing I know, I think it might have been 2 weeks in. Oh wait, like when I grew up in a Christian, I won't even say a Christian household. I grew up as, like, I made myself a Christian because I want to be the good girl. You know what I'm saying? So I was a church girl. If I wasn't at work or at school, I'm sorry, if I wasn't at work, school, or home, I was at church. Okay, and by 2016, 2017, I wasn't doing none of that. I was like, no, I'm good on that. Like, I'm doing me. I'm doing me. You know what I'm saying? I was in my rebellious phase, and what happened was 2 week mark. I'm vegan, right? And my water intake is like at least what 80 to 90 gallons a day. No less than 70 ounces of water. Or did I say 90 gallons? Ooh, I meant 90 ounces. Anywhere from 80 to 90 ounces. Minimum was like 78, 77 ounces I was drinking a day. So my water increased tremendously. Plus, all the water and the fruits and vegetables. So I was definitely hydrated, right? What I noticed about week 2 was that I felt more spiritual, if that makes sense. Like, I felt more connected to God. I felt more centered. And I was so confused. I was like, why am I wanting to improve my relationship with Source? Then I didn't say Source, but it's still always and has always been Source, right? And I started to feel good, like energetically and spiritually and emotionally and mentally. It's like my body and once my body got in order, everything else started to kind of line up. I was still, you know, nowhere near where I am today, but I can tell that things were starting to click into place. Things started to feel better naturally on their own. Like, I didn't have to go to therapy. I'd never been to therapy at that time, but I didn't need therapy. I didn't need, I'm just saying, like, I didn't need to talk things out, or I wasn't getting overly emotional unless there was something going on. Like, it was amazing. The person that I became as a vegan, I never knew that person before. I never knew that I could feel that good. And so I said all that to say, if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you say, oh, I could never be a vegan, I'm not saying to be a vegan either. I'm not saying do this or that. I'm just saying give it a try. Some people say give it 5 days. Some people say give it a month. Some people say just give it a week. Do what feels good to you. If you just want to see how much better you could feel, just out of curiosity, I like to say my life is an experimentation. Like, I'm starting to this new thing out. Today I actually started. I will fill you guys in as when the time comes. But this isn't a plea. I'm not trying to urge you to do anything. I just wanted to share with you, my story, and I wanted to share with you what came to me in way of explaining how, depending on what we put into our bodies, affects not just our body, but everything to do with us as a human being on earth. And That's it. If you want me to expound or to give more stories concerning this situation here, leave it down in the comment section. If you want to add anything to the conversation, please do so. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, stay blessed. And yeah, peace and blessings. I was trying to say blessings, peace, peace and blessings, peace and blessings, y'all.